Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. Pretty interesting here. We got AB in the news, in the media. Over the past weekend, he was at some event with Adin Ross. Speaking about Adin Ross really quickly, a lot of people are hanging out with him. You got AB, you got DDG, and the list goes on and on, right? But he said some kind of crazy things about Doechii. Just to be super clear with you guys, I really don't know Doechii. She's like 26 years old, which is like already an amazing feat. I've seen one show with her, and I think she was wearing something kind of skimpy, but I was like, okay, but I think still there's a lane for her to be successful, and like people need to see, women of color rap. I think she may sing, etc., etc. I can go on and on, but you need to have good role models and the such, right? To not say too much on that. But he just goes in on her. And I got the video clip. Here's the video clip.
Oh, Doechii rant? Oh, dude, don't get me started on that bitch. Hey, don't get me started on that bitch. Don't get me started on that industry plant. Don't get me started. You guys can say shit whatever you want about me, but one thing about me is I'm not an industry plant. I've been streaming for like a long time now. Fuck Doechii. The umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. She deserves, bro. I'm not joking, bro. Stop listening to her music. Cardi and Abel, why would you give her a feature on a remix? You shouldn't have cleared it. She's just the worst. She's a piece of shit. She stole someone that I used to know. She makes no good music. She's horrible. Jake Future, what's up, my dog? So fuck Doechii. Fuck Doechii. Fuck Doechii. Okay? She has zero talent.
So he goes in, like I said, maybe the only thing I seen, she wore something skimpy. Who does not wear things skimpy? And I'm like, but other than that, I have not seen or heard anything that she just did something off the wall. But he 100% just was like, you know what? He doesn't like her attitude or steez, her style. He wasn't with it. And I'm like, okay, this is the individual AB's hanging around with, and it was other individuals that I'm not too sure if they had any affiliation, but they were at the event. Okay, you hanging around people like, individuals that move like this. I'm just saying, right? So they at his boxing event, I guess someone tries to grab AB's chain. He ends up, I think he let off a few rounds. Reports are saying that he was arrested. He comes out and clears the air. I think he wrote a statement. Let me pull the statement up. Okay, here we go. He says, regarding the boxing event that happened last night, I was jumped by multiple individuals who tried to steal my jewelry and cause physical harm to me. Contrary to some video circulating, police temporarily detained me until they received my side of the story and then released me. I went home that night and was not arrested. I will be talking to my legal counsel and attorneys on pressing charges on the individual that jumped me. I will keep you all posted step by step on the process. Thank you for the support and love, AB. So this is what he says to clear the air, which I think, like, hey, obviously he wasn't in the wrong. Some people are trying to jump him. They're trying to take his chain. And I got the video on the loop. We can look at it really quickly. I mean, you don't need the audio for it, but, out of nowhere, these guys, it looks like two guys are on him. And it's another guy that's like throwing punches behind him. It could have been three guys trying to jump him. Security guard did the right thing by grabbing him and getting him away from, and that's like what you're supposed to do. But obviously AB's there defending himself. He has this jewelry on, and he's like, I mean, come on. These knuckleheads, they're at this event. This guy, he has a lot of money. They're like, they're getting jumpy, they're getting grabby. They're gonna try to grab this guy's jewelry, and they're jumping all over him, right? So he don't know kind of what's going on. He kicks the security guard. Okay. That was kind of messed up, but you see in the next clip, he's getting escorted out by the police, but they just detain him. And in situations like that, right, you just have to kind of be aware of kind of the situation that took place. And a lot of things, you know, were kind of going on in that video, as we saw. So I think that, you know, it was good that no one got hurt. At least no one did get hurt. But in just events like that, you know, you have these individuals, and you go to it. It's supposed to be pretty upscale, right? Adin Ross name in there, some high end streamer, but it's a boxing event that he's tagged together that has others associated with, and you know, maybe he doesn't have the invite list. He really doesn't, you know, right? So some guys show up, they jump AB. It's just super sketchy, if you could understand me. And I'll say this about AB, because AB gets a bad rap. The CTE ESPN thing, he maybe says some other few things, right, that maybe people don't agree with. The Tom Brady thing, maybe he says something, you know, etc. Right? And I did a video on that, which I since deleted that video. Right? But you know, you just go back, you listen to some videos. I was like, nah, that's not. I'm gonna take that video down. Right? But anywho, dude. Dude, he had the money that he's, and football was not very glamorized, especially on the offensive side. When he was playing, it was very, you know, it was leaning toward a more defensive game. He had a lot of strong defensive guys, you know, that were really willing and able to lay the hat back then and do that consistently. Right? And with his level of play, he continued to rise, man, and he just make plays. And every dollar that this guy has earned, let me say this: football is not an easy sport, and then to exceed at it is also another thing that's very hard to do. Then you can say, okay, he plays football. By sheer luck, he's made it to the NFL. But to then be great at it, like potentially he could be in the Hall of Fame. I'm not too sure about, you know, how the committee's going to handle that with all the extra stuff that's going on and off the field. I have to take all that to account. It may be some time if we see that at all. But the tape is not going to lie on AB. It's not going to lie. He's taking some hits. Yes, everyone has taken some hits. But that's a good football player. We got to give it just good route runner. Good hands. Guy can play. And every dollar that he has made from the NFL, he's earned it. Now, I will say this. He's also spun his style to, like, as you see in the pictures, I think he's doing his own merch, and he's linked up. He linked up with Kanye, and just crazy connections, crazy relationship. I think that what he's doing is good. I think he could turn profit doing this, and again, not easy to do. Not easy to do at all. Right? But you know, wish the best for him. And it's kind of just what ended up taking place. I'm not saying Adin Ross is a bad guy. I'm just saying, like, maybe some of the stuff that he has done has been glaring, but he is a popular streamer, so he's gonna be in the media. But I'm not just saying because he's, like, in the media, it's glaring. Yes, that's glaring too, but the things that he's actually been, you know, pictured saying is off the wall, right? And you have people reacting to some of this stuff, and they're calling it, they're dropping on it. So my thing is this: wish the best for AB. And again, I think I had a video where I was kind of being critical. I think some people were kind of getting on him for his antics on the field. Now that was crazy, right? That was definitely crazy to a certain degree, but that type of stuff goes on. That type of stuff goes on, and if you don't do everything when you're supposed to do it and say thank you when you're supposed to do it, you are going to be ousted and looked at like you're crazy. And I think we can all agree to that on a certain extent. We can. Just is what it is. But I've said when I took that video down because I went back, I watched it, I was like, okay, let me. This is a little much. Okay. But that's what I got for you guys, man. I hope to see you guys back here again. Like the video, share the video. Come back here and see me again, dude. Peace. I'm out of here. Ciao.